Bill, what are you doing here today? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing here this morning? I know you went to a couple restaurants in Watertown. What's the goal here this morning?
Well, the goal is to continue what we've been doing for the last 6 or 8 weeks, which is getting out, meeting people, talking to them about what's on their mind. That's what we're trying to do as we wind up the campaign.
The latest Research 2000 poll shows this race very, very tight. Is it at a point now where every vote counts, every voter, every hand you shake is more important than ever?
Well, I think that that's true in any campaign, and certainly we're out there getting our message out as we have been for, again, 6 or 8 weeks, and we are listening to folks and letting them get to know me. That's the goal of doing this and what we've been doing for the last 6 or 8 weeks.
You're staying in our neck of the North Country for most of the day. Can you tell us what the rest of your schedule is like for the day?
Well, we have a number of other stops to make, and we'll be visiting with folks around the district, stopping in, chatting, listening.
Well, a couple of the events, or one of the events at least, with Senator Gillibrand today. Can you tell us about that?
Well, we're anticipating doing that, and I'd refer you to John for the specifics on that.
Okay, I mean, you're expecting to get her endorsement. Is that the idea?
Well, we're hoping that we'll do that, and we're looking forward to it.
Sure. How do you think you did last night on the debate? Looking back now, because everyone in the North Country had a chance to tune in, see you guys talk, really for the first time, perhaps people in this area, to see all three of you together. How do you think it went?
Well, I think that from my perspective, I was able to articulate my message, let folks get to know me, and that was really the goal of the debate, so that people could listen and learn and come to a decision. So I was very comfortable with that outcome.
Do you feel like the focus in the next few days is to really center the debate with Mr. Hoffman, seeing that he has pulled into second place as far as the polls suggest?
Well, polls come and go, and we're really focused again on getting our message out, and we're going to stay focused on the issues that we think are of concern to folks in the district. And that includes the jobs issue, working with dairy farmers, Fort Drum, and healthcare. Those are the things we hear about. Those are the things we're talking about.
I just want to ask you a question about the debate. Last night was the first time I heard you talk about a specific bill, a specific healthcare bill. You've usually been reticent to talk about specific bills. You talk instead about the criteria that you would use to judge the bill. I'm just wondering why the change in perspective, why the change in strategy last night for the debate?
Well, it wasn't a change in strategy, but we actually had a bill that came out that I was able to analyze applying my criteria, and that allowed me to make some more substantive comments. And that would have been true under any circumstances, but the bills were changing so rapidly prior to that, and I suspect will continue to change. And I'm going to measure my view of any legislation that I vote on based upon the criteria I've talked about for a couple months now.
Last night I saw the first Bill Owens for Congress negative ad. It's at a piece tax Doug Hoffman for his ties to Club for Growth. Just wondering what the strategy is. You've had 5, I think, positive ads that have come out. Why now going negative so late in the game?
Well, I think that what we're trying to do is get our message out in all of the ads that we have put up. We think that it's important to draw contrast where appropriate, and again, focused on our message, what we're talking about, listening to folks, and trying to get the issues before people so they can make a decision.